Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerd News Today. I'm Matthew, and on this episode, we're doing something a little bit different. Now, normally on this channel, we are all about the action figures and the statues and reviews of that kind of stuff, but I'm also a big art aficionado. I'm using the fancy words today. So yeah, I like to collect artsy things as well. And that's what ties us into today's video, which is going to be all about what's inside of this package right here. This right here is from Displate, which is a metal wall art company. They have over 200 different brands that they work with, and they've been kind enough to send me 2 of these here today to show you guys what they look like, how they work, all that fun stuff. So in this video here, I'm going to show off what I've got in this box, which includes one very exclusive drop that just happened very recently. And we're going to talk about how to install these things and how they look once they're on the wall, and most importantly, what kind of walls can actually take this, because most places have nice smooth walls, right? But not everybody has those smooth walls. We're gonna try this out on a much harder surface today. So stick with us here, but first things first, let's go ahead and open this, unbox it, and take a closer look at these metal wall arts from, well, normally I say it's from all angles, but we're just gonna go overhead. So let's go take a look at these guys. And here is our Displate. Now this is how it is in fact shipped to you. Comes in this very nice cardboard packaging right here with this cool design on it. And on the back, just to show you guys what this looks like too, it says, "Who says a small poster can't start a big collection?" Which in other words translates to, this is gonna be a big problem for people who buy this because you're gonna wanna buy more of them. So let's go ahead, pop this guy open here. So this is already kind of fun because it feels like you're opening up this like really fancy portfolio kind of thing. And I'm gonna swing it over here. So let's go ahead and keep unboxing. So once again, we have that same slogan right here on this piece of cardboard, but let's remove that and take a look at our first piece of art today. Now this is from their Avatar: The Last Airbender collection, and admittedly, this is my first time actually picking this thing up and like really holding one of these. And I've seen wall art before in plenty of stores and whatever, but I haven't really seen anything from Displate. And so this one here, this has got our Avatar crew, the Aang gang. It looks like, aside from being metallic and just being very nice metal here, we also have all the characters. They're kind of like raised up, so it's not just a flat piece of metal. There's actual texture to all of this as well. This stuff just looks gorgeous. Characters are looking great. Everything from Displate is licensed as well, so this is all officially Nickelodeon approved artwork. You've got all the characters here just bending. You even got Momo. Check it out. You got Momo hiding up there too. Wow, this is cool. So this is, yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Very cool. Yeah, I'm kind of just admiring this for myself now. And there's Toph hanging out the bottom too. Let's see what the back looks like. Okay. So this is going to be how some of the stuff's going to attach, which we'll get to momentarily. We've got a cleaning wipe. We have this right here, which is the magnet. And then we have the explanation. So I guess we'll come back to this in a moment. And this is my second piece that Displate sent to me here. And this is the Star Trek Enterprise TNG, the next generation. It's the Enterprise D. And again, just like the Avatar piece, it has a lot of raised elements to it. Now, this was actually an exclusive drop that just came out about a month or so ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to make the video sooner. So this drop is so this item is no longer available on their website. It's pretty much the end of it. And I happen to have gotten very lucky to have gotten this from them. So once again, thanks to Displate for that here. But we've got just really cool Enterprise flying in space with meteor storm, I guess, asteroid storm. There's lightning. There's a lot of cool stuff happening here. Really striking, bright colors. This thing is really, I mean, striking is I think the best word for it. And a lot of really good detail on this too. I mean, you've got, I'm not gonna name all the different parts of the Enterprise and all that stuff here, but you've got a lot of really cool detail, a lot of elements here. Beautiful colors, just very nice looking. All right, so here are our 2 Displates now completely unwrapped. I just want to give you guys another look at them from without wrapping paper on them, essentially. These things are really beautiful. I can't really share just how wonderful these things look, and especially how bright and vivid and lush the colors are on both of these. I mean, you talk about some saturation of the color here. This is just like really eye-popping, very catchy. You know, and here's the thing too, they're metal, right? But they're not like super kind of gross, shiny metal. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but a lot of times when I see some wall art, it tends to either look kind of like cheap and dull, or just overly shiny with an emphasis on it being metal. It's like, hey, look, I'm metal, look how shiny I am. These kind of have that really great balance where you get that shine, you can tell that it's metal, but it's high quality metal. And you're not gonna have something that's like really glaring, and when light hits it, it's not gonna look terrible. I mean, right now I have 2 really big studio lights on me hitting this, and these things still look really neutral. It's kind of shocking how good these both look right now. Well, silly me for not actually reading the instructions with this item here, as I tend to not do with any of my videos. So it actually says right here, do not try this out on unstructured or poor quality walls. So in other words, if you have a wall that is very rough, don't even try. It's just not gonna work out well for you. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to using this on a smooth, nicely made wall and nothing too bumpy. So let's go ahead now, show you guys how we get everything set up and put on some walls and show you how it actually looks. So how do we actually mount the Displate here? Well, we have 3 bits that are gonna basically do the job for us, and it requires no screws or really no damaging walls. Hopefully, we'll find out here. And it's basically these 3 pieces right here. So what we have is this over here. This is a protective leaf. This is what we're gonna be adhering to our walls to attach this onto. And this says stick the magnet here. That's because this is our second part. This is our magnet. So I believe this is going to be what then goes on to the back of our poster. And there's 2 of them included in the set, so I believe it's going to be 2 because we're going to put one on the top, one on the bottom of the poster to keep this thing steady and sturdy. Then finally this right here, and this is a cleaning wipe. And well, it says start with this cleaning wipe. Yeah. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to use this on the wall, not on the Displate itself, not on the poster, but we're going to clean the wall first, and we have to do that, let the wall dry for a bit, and then the wall is prepped and ready for us to attach our poster. So let's go ahead and let's do that right now. The first step is finding a wall to put your new art on. And I happen to have this one available in my apartment that's a hallway between my living room and my kitchen. Currently, it's occupied by another poster. You can see here, this is a Hasbro WWF poster, and that's being held up with some canvas tape, which is meant for watercolor painting. It's how you secure your paper onto a stiff board to prevent it from curling up as you add water to it. So in theory, I use that because it shouldn't really leave much of a permanent mark on my walls. Luckily, we have this convenient cleaning wipe that came with the Displate posters to wipe down that surface, and that's going to alleviate any stickiness from that tape, as well as any pre-existing dirt and grime. This is a very important step that you should not skip, otherwise any nastiness underneath it will remain permanently embedded in that spot. Really though, this is just a wet nap, so if you want a deeper clean, go ahead and grab an alcohol wipe or 2 of your own to deal with it. This isn't going to wipe away any stains necessarily, but it does its job, and that's to remedy any surface level issues on this particular space. Before I stick anything on my wall, I wanted to show you that every Displate comes hand-signed by a master of production on the back of it, along with a hologram tag, and it also features a QR code to essentially register your wall art and learn a little bit more about it. Unfortunately for me and for you, the viewer, it seems that because my art was from a special limited edition drop, there wasn't much info on it at the time, or even an image of it, so I can't really show you much of how this feature works beyond just a glimpse of what's going on in the back end. Once you determine where you want your Displate poster to go, we add the protective leaf to the wall and slowly peel it off to adhere it exactly where you like it. Keep it as flat as you can and use your hand to push out any air bubbles while you glide down the surface. After the leaf is in place, peel off the magnet and stick it onto the leaf, pushing it down for about 30 seconds in different spots to make sure that it stays in place. And after that task is completed, you're ready to stick your metal poster on it, and that's really it. You're done. Mission accomplished. But I'm not done yet because I wanted to make things more complicated. And I also wanted to try something else with the Displate, and that was to use some of these 3M command strips. They are essentially Velcro strips that you attach to 2 surfaces that are strong enough to hold a decent amount of weight. And these command strips do come in different sizes depending on how heavy an object is. I use these for framed art on both smooth and rough walls, but I was curious how they would handle this particular product. So I placed 1 command strip on each corner of my Displate wall art, sandwiching its reverse end with it to make sure they were in the correct location, and once that was done, I peeled off the tape and stuck it onto my wall, just like I would with anything else I would use these with. The nice thing about these command strips, by the way, is that they come with a little tiny bubble level to make sure whatever you use them with is on straight. So I recommend you use them when you can. Once I was confident in its orientation, I placed the command strips onto the wall, gave them a bit of a press to make sure everything was nice and secure and tight, and voila, they're ready to go. Now, either method is good, whether we're talking about the official Displate magnets or the command strip, and there are pros and cons for both of them as well. My biggest concern, and this is for really everything here, is what will happen after I remove the protective leaf or the command strips, but we'll find out in a year or so what happens with both of them and if either one leaves a mark. I think the command strips tend to be pretty safe as far as my time using them, but the Displate stuff I don't quite know about yet. If you're watching this video and you've used these products before and had to detach them from a surface, let me know in the comments what happened to you. Regardless of how you attach them, these Displates look fantastic. There's no denying that. They are bright, they're shiny, and offer a lot of versatility thanks to the way they attach. I don't have to buy additional magnets, really. It's just a magnet for wherever I want to put these guys. So I could have 20, 30 Displates or whatever I want, really, and just pop them in and out with ease. It's a nice alternative to framed art, and they've got some excellent designs that are worth the price, and speaking of, we're going to see more of those in a few minutes. All right, so job well done. We have successfully adhered these to the wall, or at least one of these. I did it in the future, I didn't record it yet. So I'm pretty positive at least one of these is currently on my wall right now. But yeah, besides the Star Trek, besides the Avatar, Displate has a ton more licenses. So let's go ahead and take a tour of what else Displate has on their website. So this is Displate.com's main page, and you can see, aside from listing the most recent sale that's going on right now at the time of making this video, we can scroll down and see some of the licensed and original brands they have. For this video, we're going to just focus on the licensed art for now though, and Displate is loaded with brands from comics, video games, anime, movies, television, sports, and a whole lot more. The abundance of brands is phenomenal, but I think, again, for today, I want to focus, and I want to look at a personal favorite of mine in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The options in this section here range from modern to retro to gaming and even the comics, and that's both modern and classic comics too, and that is what caught my eye. So let's take a deeper look now at one of these Archie comic book covers, specifically issue number 23. And yeah, let's see how this all works now. So the interface for looking at Displate art is marvelous and just loads of fun. You can interact and manipulate the wall art to see it from every angle, spinning it, turning it, and flipping it. And you can also see how it looks on walls. This means allowing you to change the product finish from matte to glossy and back, of course, checking out how it looks in different sizes since most of this art is available in more than one scale, and you can see how it looks with different frames on it, and there's several options for that. Plus, you can also glimpse some of the more formal specs about these pieces. As I scroll through the many different pieces of art that Displate offers, the one note that I will make here, and this is just a warning to certain people out there, is that there is a load of licensed and original art, but there's also some AI artwork. And now, I don't approve of AI-generated artwork, and I won't be supporting those people, so buyer beware when you're looking through their catalog if that's something that means anything to you. That said, I did want to spend a little bit more time looking at the licensed stuff while I was doing this video, so I hopped on over to the Marvel section to see what was going on with them. And of course, I had to see the X-Men 97 collection. And I was very pleased with the throwbacks to the retro comics done in this modern style here. And especially, I love the trading card art based on that Jim Lee series from the early 90s. And it was Rogue who caught my eye the most. Really, what's not to love about this design? It's just perfect in every way possible, from the artwork to the card art and a great neon 90s color palette. And you know, the nice thing about their interface is that it updates with every click you make, so you know the cost as you're personalizing it. And again, you get to see it on a wall, so it's kind of fun to kind of help contextualize it. And I'm going to favorite this for now because I'm not going to make this purchase with you guys watching, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and add that to my wish list. It's easy to get lost in their site looking at all the designs, but I think for the sake of this video, let me wrap it up here and give you guys my final thoughts right now. So one more time, thank you very much to Displate for sending these my way. If you want to pick up these for yourself, go ahead and visit Displate.com. They have so many really awesome brands there. I'm definitely going to be a new customer. You know, these things are just really gorgeous, very cool. They really class up your collection, whether it's in your home, in your man cave, your den of geek, whatever you've got. Your place is going to look really, really cool with this stuff hanging on your wall, or sticking to your wall, I guess would be the more appropriate term. So again, thank you, Displate, and thank you for checking out this video. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried anything from Displate, what you think about them, or if you want to give them a try now that you've seen my video of them. So until next time, I'm Matthew. This has been Nerd News Today. Thanks for watching, and buy more art.